What's up, traders? Zach here from the Trading Network. I hope you guys are doing excellent. I want to make a video and have a little free-flowing discussion with you guys about some of the most important things that I have learned as I have continued to level up in my trading journey. It is Thursday, July 24th, and as of today, I am up a little over $85,000 on the month. On a live brokerage account. That is not a prop firm account. That is not an evaluation account. That is not a live sim funded account. That is a 100% live brokerage account. And I'll probably pop a statement screenshot up here so you guys can see what I'm working with. So I have, with that said, I've traded prop firms and prop accounts forever. And, there's been a lot of reflection that I have done. And I think that I know that the reflection and the experience that I have had, or experiences that I have had, can and will help a lot of people if I continue to share them. So that is the point of making this video. I'm not going to pull up a presentation. I'm not going to take you through a slideshow. I'm just going to, I'll probably pop some stuff on the chart or on the screen rather. But I really just wanted to kind of, like I said, have a free-flowing discussion about the biggest things that have helped me grow as a trader. And I'm sure that I've talked about them in the past in previous videos, or some of them in some ways. But the amazing thing about trading is that there is no ceiling, right? So somebody like me that is up $85,000 in like 16 trading days on a live brokerage account, some people are going to watch this video and think, wow, that's amazing. $85,000. That's the ceiling. It's not the ceiling. There's always room to grow, right? There are traders that are, if you think $85,000 in a month is good, try $85,000 in a day. Try $85,000 in 5 minutes, right? There are infinite levels to this game. And as I continue to stair step my way up the levels, I continue to learn and I continue to grow and I continue to learn from my mistakes. And as I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware, I stopped live streaming, and I talked about that in a recent reel that I posted on YouTube. But the gist of it is that most traders will never be successful if they don't sit with themselves alone and do the deep, difficult, necessary work required to learn about you as an individual human being. You can watch me trade in Discord over and over again. I can call out trades over and over again, and you can learn my strategy, and you can understand the way that I read technicals and the way that I understand liquidity and the way that I take advantage of market profile levels and, liquidity runs and stop hunts and things of that nature. That's all fine. You can learn that quickly, right? I can teach anybody that. I'm very confident in that. But what you need to take time to learn, that most people avoid, which is why most people never trade successfully, is you need to take time to learn about yourself. You need to sit with yourself and ask yourself the hard questions. Why do I do the same thing over and over again when I know I shouldn't do it? Why, when it matters the most, do I put all of my hard work on the line just for a small opportunity to ease pain for a little bit? If that resonated with you, think about that. Go watch the rest of this video and then go into a room and sit by yourself with no distractions. Turn off your phone, turn off the computer, get your kids away, get your significant other away, and sit with yourself. If you're still struggling, sit with yourself and ask yourself these questions. Get out a journal and write this stuff down. Why do I sabotage myself? Why, after years of putting my blood, sweat, and tears into trading, why do I still do the same thing over and over again? When logically, I know what to do. I know what not to do. And most of the time, I follow that. We've talked about this over and over and over again. Why? Because it is, in my opinion, the main reason why traders do not find success in the markets. Why most traders, 95%, 99%, who knows, somewhere in there, right? And it's cliche, and it's not talked about enough in the way that I am hoping to talk about it in this video, right? There is nothing like sitting with yourself and being brutally, like really brutally honest with yourself about everything in your life. and being brutally honest with yourself about why you don't have everything that you want in your life. And furthermore, taking full and complete responsibility for where you are in your life and for everything that you are experiencing. If you are not a consistently profitable trader, you must take full responsibility for that. You can't blame even a 1% of the 1% on anybody else or anything else. It is you, it is only you, and until or unless you take full and complete responsibility for your actions and why you are where you are in life, as well as in your trading journey, you're never going to get to where you want to be. And that is real shit. And it's important to understand that 95% of people never make it because 95% of people can't be honest with themselves. 95% of people don't want to do the hard work. They don't want to sit with themselves and say, hey, Zach, why are you not consistently profitable? You've been doing this for 2 years. You've been doing this for 3 years. You have a very clear and carved out strategy in the market. You have multiple strategies for multiple market environments. Why are you still not profitable? Well, I'm still not profitable because I find myself in a situation where I go on win streaks and I do really well and I follow my plan for days at a time, even weeks at a time sometimes. And then when that day comes where I'm not on it, where I'm distracted, or where I'm trading my plan and the trades just aren't working out, you can't handle that. Why can't you handle that? Well, me, I probably can't handle that because I have some sort of association with my self-worth, with me being worthy as a human being, me having value as a person, me being right. I need to feed my ego with being right every day or green every day so I can post it on Instagram or, show my friends and family that I'm doing it. Have you guys asked yourself these questions? Have you guys sat down with yourself and truly asked the hard stuff and answered the hard stuff with no sugarcoating? You're not going to get this work done if you wake up and you join a Discord and you're hitting your homie up every single day. Hey, brother, what trade are you getting into today? It's not going to work that way because you guys are going to just be in a circle jerk back and forth. 2 unprofitable traders, very, very low probability either of you guys are ever going to be profitable. 1 unprofitable trader watching a profitable trader in a group setting, potential to learn a lot, but you still have to do the deep work by yourself. You understand what I'm getting at here? You guys can't just join a Discord and learn a strategy and then trade that strategy with the squad and then think that you're going to be okay on your own, because you will not. When the going gets tough, when it's you in front of the keyboard and the mouse and everybody else is logged off, or you and your buddy are trading and you guys are supposedly in the same trade, but you're in the opposite trade, right? And he's winning and you're losing and you're driving yourself nuts. You ever done that before? I have. I've done it plenty of times. Guess what? That's not productive. You guys need to leave the chat, close Discord, sit with yourself, close your eyes, visualize yourself doing the things that you want to be doing, and understand that the work necessary is work that has to be done alone. Yes, there's a lot of work that can be done with a group in a group setting, learning strategies, taking courses, learning how to use indicators, learning about liquidity and market profile analysis and things of that nature. However, you still need to sit with yourself and learn about what makes you tick. Learn about what triggers you. Guess what? If I am up on the day and then I give back a good chunk of my profit, I know that is a trigger. So I need to close the computer and go away, because then I will be trying to trade back up to that specific P&L that I was at. I know that. I am not scared to admit that. I'm a human being. I have flaws. I embrace my flaws. Guess what? I love myself with my flaws, right? And that's what you guys need to do. You guys need to love yourself as humans. You guys need to love yourself as traders and understand that just like every single professional athlete has strengths and weaknesses in their game, we have strengths and weaknesses. I am very quick with my analysis. I have a very quick reaction time. I can make decisions in split seconds, and I do it well. I know that is a strength of mine. I also know that I have to work to combat my ego, and that's a constant battle that we have as humans, right? And I also know that I have a tendency to trade my P&L when I get distracted or when I start to get out of the flow state, right? I start to trade my P&L. And that's just one of my weaknesses. I have plenty. Once again, I'm human. And I think most people, they find resistance there, right? Like, instead of being humble and asking yourself these questions, what are my strengths? What are my strengths as a human being? What are my weaknesses as a human being? What are my strengths as a trader? What are my weaknesses as a trader? Most people don't ask themselves those questions, and that's a big reason why they don't get the results that they want, right? So just like I have strengths and weaknesses, so do you. Big difference between me and you, if you're an unprofitable trader still, is that I'm okay with my weaknesses, and I don't try to fight them. I don't see my weaknesses as resistance. I see my weaknesses as information on a chart that I can then use to act accordingly, right? It's so interesting because everybody wants to be the profitable trader. Everybody wants to show a TradeZilla report like this that, kills it, right? I'm up 85 bands in less than a month of trading, okay? And it's not luck. It wasn't some magical strategy. It was simply because I fully and deeply understand my strengths and weaknesses. I deeply understand who I am as a human being. Bad, good, and everything in between. And I use that every day as my strongest edge in the markets. So the point of this video is to encourage you guys to do a lot more analysis on yourself than you do on the charts, because the charts are simple. The difficult thing is right here, because we are all unique and we all have our own stories and our own journeys and our own triggers and our own traumas, and those come up in trading, whether you want to admit it or not. And that is where the work begins. The real work begins. And that is where the difference is made, in my humble opinion, between the consistently losing 95+% of people that try to make money consistently in the markets and the 1 to 5% of traders that are self-aware, that understand strengths and weaknesses, that understand how to use those strengths and weaknesses to their advantage, to manage their risk, to manage their capital, and of course, to manage their mind. So I know that this was a bit of a different video. I'm probably going to keep doing videos like this because I think they hit the hardest, and I would love some feedback. If you guys agree, let me know. If you guys disagree and want me to go back to slideshows or want more slideshow videos or other videos, let me know. But this is just something that I wanted to get off my chest because I've had a killer week. I've had a killer month, and I didn't get lucky. I didn't really even hit any home runs. I've been trading a $500,000 account and trading like 5, 10, 15 contracts, right? Maybe 20 on like 1 or 2 A+ setups. And I'm up almost $100,000 after commissions, right? In 16 trading days, something like that. And I can show you guys lots of technicals. I can show you guys what it looks like when liquidity gets tapped, and then you enter on the local low after the liquidity and you put your stop below the low. But like, that stuff's simple. That stuff you could just find on YouTube probably for free, right? This stuff is the difference maker in my opinion. So I hope that it makes a difference for you. I hope that you find value in this content. I thank you guys, as always, for taking the time to watch my videos. And please, if you find value in this stuff, drop a comment down below. If you have your own opinion about things that have helped you. If you are currently working on learning about your strengths and weaknesses as a human being and as a trader, let me know in the comments. I will make sure to respond to each and every one of you guys. I appreciate you for taking the time to watch this, and I will see you in the next video. Much love.